Hey Courtney, want to get lunch at the cafeteria together? Let's go get a table.
Sounds good, but let's not tell Anna Kate.
Hey guys, would you like to get lunch later?
Sorry, we don't have any room.
Maybe next time.
What you just saw is an example of relational aggression. And a lot of times that kind of behavior is a little more subtle, but for the purposes of our presentation, we wanted to give you kind of a general idea of what we're working with. And our project is called They Just Don't Understand. And that's a familiar expression we heard middle school girls using when they described how they saw adults as resources when facing difficult situations, like Anna Kate just did. And in our project, we aimed at looking at the role that adults play in relational aggression, and so that in the future we would hear fewer of those "they just don't get it" kind of expressions. The four of us became involved in this project through our work serving as mentors to middle school girls in the community through the Young Women's Leaders Program here at UVA. My name is Maggie Ambrose. I'm a fourth-year cognitive science major.
My name is Samayokai, and I'm a fourth-year biochem and WGS double major.
My name is Courtney Cooper, and I'm a third-year psychology major.
I'm Anna Kate Wade. I'm a third-year WGS major.
The Young Women's Leaders Program has a 17-year history here at UVA and matches college-age mentors like us with middle school girls in Charlottesville and Albemarle. The program runs throughout the school year, and group meetings between mentors and mentees are focused around a certain curriculum. And one of those curriculum focuses is relational aggression and relational victimization. RA and RV are terms that describe non-physical behavior aimed at hurting the social status of an individual, like you just saw. And it occurs throughout groups, not just in young women. And other examples of this behavior are spreading rumors and gossiping, exclusion from a group, and cyberbullying also falls under this category. Research has shown that RA and RV experiences can have really detrimental effects on a person's mental and social development. In most extreme cases, it can lead to depression and anxiety. Last year, a JPC team worked on measuring RA and RV in YWLP mentees. And they provided an opportunity for the mentees to discuss their experiences with RA and RV through focus groups. And what they found is that oftentimes the mentees felt that going to a teacher, parent, or other adult was not a good option when facing those difficult social situations. They heard things like, "We don't trust teachers, teachers don't listen to you, and telling your parents can make things worse." So hopefully that gives you a good background of where we were when we started our project, and what our aim of our project was to create a better support system and a safer environment for mentees dealing with RA and RV situations. And we focus on the mentor's role in helping their mentees deal with those situations.
Our project consisted of 3 different phases, and they will be discussed in detail throughout our presentation. Phase 1 was focus groups with mentors and interviews with the school personnel at the 4 middle schools that we have mentoring groups at, and this was conducted last spring. And phase 2, based on our research, we did curriculum revisions in our handbook, and that was done in last summer. And last fall, based on all the research and interviews that we have done, we held workshops to educate mentors in handling RA situations and collected feedback from that. We conducted focus groups with mentors and interviewed school personnel in order to really understand what kind of role adults or mentors can play in mentees' lives in supporting them in addressing RA situations. And we wanted to know adults and mentors' experiences with RA and middle school girls. And what we found is that relational aggression happens on a daily basis for adolescent girls inside and outside of the school environment. And we were able to identify a couple of coping skills that would be important in with mentors helping the mentees develop and learn so that they could handle relational aggression situations better. And most of all, we identified the importance of adolescent girls having mentors who could help them create and sustain positive relationships in their lives with their friends and their family.
Okay, so last summer was our Phase 2 curriculum revisions, and we reviewed several school-based and community-based intervention programs for RARV, such as the Ophelia Project and the Coping Power Program. And in these, we were looking for activities that would target cultivating pro-social relationships and help with emotional regulation. And one example of these activities was the A to Z friendship list. And so the mentees would look through the list A to Z, such as C for cool down your temper by walking away or practicing deep breathing. So in our Phase 3, we aim to provide mentors with skills and tools that would help them to be better resources for their mentees in dealing with these challenging situations. In addition to conducting workshops, we also hosted a guest lecturer from the Johns Hopkins University School of Public Health who further integrated evidence-based programming for RARV. And also the mentors read synopses on evidence-based programming that they could bring back to their YWLP groups. Immediately following our programming, we surveyed the mentors to see the effects of our changes. 97% of them said that they were better able to recognize RA and handle RA-RV situations, and then 94% said they were more comfortable dealing with RA-RV issues than when they first started YWLP. So we were really happy with these results, and we felt like they showed the efficacy of our changes.
Thank you. So the findings that we found from the focus group and the interviews align with the literature that stated that RARV was a daily occurrence. And we also found that the mentors felt that they were really unprepared to help mentees with problems like this. So the new programming we implemented encourages social skills and resiliency for the mentees, but also instructs the mentors on how to teach these tools. The results of our study also suggest that mentors felt more confidence in addressing these issues. So takeaway points from our study, we found that the YWLP curriculum provides a venue through which mentors and mentees work together to solve RARV issues in a positive and educational manner. We also found that by creating a common language for RARV, really created a network of support for the YWLP community. So our results should be taken in light of certain limitations. We did have a small sample size, and we only studied one mentoring program in one community. So with future research, we would want to see if the resources we use can be generalized to other communities as well as other mentoring programs. And we would also want to see if the resources we use had a long-term effect on the mentors as well as a long-term effect on the mentees. So relational aggression and relational victimization is a huge issue of importance for middle school girls. Our JPC team teamed up with YWLP to create a safe support network for local mentees. Thank you for listening, and hopefully our presentation has broadened your education about RARV and about what YWLP does for our community. Thank you.